So what you're looking at here is some crushed cayenne pepper out of my garden that I had dried out, and I'm going to put it in this little blender or grinder and grind it up into a fine powder, and we're going to make some arthritis salve or balm for arthritis. The ingredients is cayenne pepper. We've got some turmeric powder we're going to put in there, and we're going to put some ginger powder in there as well. So let's get started. All right, so there you go. It's in a powder form. So let's get the carrier oil and the beeswax ready, and then we'll start preparing it. All right, so the recipe calls for 1 cup of carrier oil, and I've got the olive oil. It calls for a tablespoon of cayenne pepper that came right out of my garden, and I grinded it up, turned it into a powder. A tablespoon of ginger and a tablespoon of turmeric. Now, if you don't have a lot of sunlight where you're at, you have to put this all in a jar. You combine all of those ingredients into a jar, and I save all of my glass jars and put it in the glass jar to let it infuse, set it out in the sunlight for 24 hours. But what you can do is you can take this jar and put it in the oven overnight. Turn on your oven light to let it infuse. And once it infuses, after 24 hours, you're going to take some cheesecloth and drain the herb, the oil, the mixture to get all of the herb out, and squeeze the cheesecloth to make sure you get, all of the oil out, and then just discard the ingredients. And then you want to pour that in a tin, and then tomorrow we will get started on doing the beeswax, adding the beeswax to it. So I'll see you then. This is the type of beeswax I'm going to be using. You just need 1/4 cup, and we're going to melt that in a double boiler. So we'll be right back with that step. All right, everyone. So I let the jar of the oil and the herbs sit in the oven overnight to get it infused. So I drained that, strained it, and poured the oil into my boiler here. I use this right here to melt wax. I put the 1/4 cup of beeswax in there and that infused oil that we did in the oven, and that jar made 3 2-ounce containers of the arthritis balm. So you can add essential oils to it if you want to, mint, eucalyptus, or just whatever scent that you like. I didn't put any essential oils in mine, but I'm going to be using this a lot on my joints and muscles, so I look forward to using it. But the jar does make 3 of these 2-ounce jars. So I hope y'all enjoy it, and now you've got some medicine that you can use for your arthritis. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. This is my compost container, and it is full. I need to take it outside and empty it into our composter. What you do is, I bought mine off of Wayfair or Amazon, I forget, but it's called a compost bin. And you put all of your kitchen scraps in there. I've got some squash in there, some strawberries, some cantaloupe peel, banana peels, potato peels. You just put it in there and you keep the lid on it, and it doesn't stink. It's got a charcoal filter on it. So, but it's full, and let's go take it outside and dump it in the compost bin. This is my compost bin. I put all of the kitchen scraps in there from the compost bin that we have in the kitchen, and and I put it in here along with grass clippings and leaves. The grass is getting cut today, so I'll be able to put some grass clippings in here. And when you're done putting all of the compost in here, your peels and grass clippings, you want to give this a turn and turn it a couple of times. And this, I think you have to put a little bit of water on there, and it breaks down and it makes compost for your garden, guys. I have been trying to make compost for my garden now for years, so I finally got my hands on a composting bin, and I guess here in the next couple of months we'll see if it, you know, turns into some compost. I'm excited to see what turns out and what becomes of it. So I'm going to go ahead and open it right here. It's a little bit smelly. It looks like it's full. On that side it is. We've got some clippings from the greenhouse, so I'm going to open this side. That one's not full, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Make sure I can get this in here real good. So I'm just going to go ahead and just dump everything in there. Oh, you can feel the heat. Did I get everything out? No. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Alright. So there's all of that compost stuff from the kitchen, all of our scraps. Go ahead and close that. This side is the one that's working, that's got the clock on it. That's the one that is composting, and then this side is a new side. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, let me move this out of the way so it don't fall. Put that right there, and I'll rinse that out when I'm done. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this handle. Kind of tosses everything around. It's getting kind of hard to do it, but there we go. Alright. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and go in and rinse this out, and then I'm going to be canning some potatoes today, so I'll have some potato peels to put in there later. And grass clippings. Well, this is what I got so far done. All of these potatoes came out of the buckets that we had planted, so but there's many more left to do. So these are 1/2 gallon jars, and I canned 2.5 gallons, or 2.5 gallon jars. So that's actually 1.5 gallons. So I've got more to do. I'm gonna go tomorrow and see if the sweet potatoes are ready, and then get started on canning some of those. Just trying to keep prepping and can as much food as I can in case the lights go out. You should think about that too. Talk to you soon. Canned pears and canned apples that I had left, and I wanted to point out that this particular jar right here is I don't know if you can see that. It's a Classico. It has spaghetti sauce in it, and yes, you can reuse these lids and these jars because they have a button on top and they will reseal. So this is a good alternative to use because you cannot find canning jars anywhere. Everybody is sold out. So hopefully this is a good tip for you to use with your self-reliance and sustainability living. I'll have more tips as I come across them, so enjoy.